When it comes to domestic violence, there is a plethora of reasons why women stay, why they keep going back, why they keep being in the presence of their abuser, why they keep having children. There are so many reasons. So it's very disheartening when I go on domestic abuse survivors videos and I'm watching, the pain that they have went through, and there's comments like, well, you must have not been that scared if you kept having children with him, or if you kept staying and going back. Oh, well, if he was that bad, why didn't you just leave? You had the choice to leave, right? Oh, you must be having something wrong with you, because I can't watch it anymore. Google is free. There are literally thousands of psychological studies that have concluded why domestic violence victims don't leave or they keep going back. How could you not wrap your head around the fact that when you are abused, you have psychological damage? You literally get brain damage when you go through traumatic events. You literally can also become an abuser when you are abused. So, Google is free, but I'm going to make this video to people who just can't wrap their head around why domestic violence victims are in the situations that they're in. So for one, I want to preface what I'm about to say with the fact that a lot of the times when you get with somebody who's an abuser, you don't know they're abuser until they are. And sometimes people don't figure it out until they're deep in, children in, homes and marriages in. Sometimes you see the flags before, but remember, we all ignore red flags for people that we really like and love. Reason number one, fear of leaving and control. So the fear of leaving is the fear of the unknown. Sometimes it just feels safer to do what you're used to doing than going out and having to try to live a new life and figure it out. That's very scary for a lot of people. Change is not something everybody can handle. And not only that, the control over your life as the victim. When you stay with your abuser, you don't have to worry about if they're going to come attack you and kill you. You most likely know their whereabouts. You have more control over the abuser's being. So okay, they're going to work. If I'm with them, I still know where they're at. I know what they're doing. I know when they're going to get mad. I know what triggers them. I can kind of maneuver better. But when you're not with them anymore, the unknown is mortifying. They can come up in your house and just off you out of nowhere. You don't know where they're at. You don't know how they're feeling. At least when you're around them, you know how they're feeling. You know where they are. I'm not saying that's the case for everybody, but that's just one of the reasons. Next reason is fear of harm. A lot of the time, most of the times when women get unalived and harmed is when they chose to leave. Those are the times where the men can't handle it and they end up doing really drastic things. So yes, it's very scary. It's very scary to leave. It's very scary to leave knowing that you don't know where this person is and if they're going to now even go crazier and harm you. Some women don't have resources. Some women don't have family. Some women don't have the money. A lot of abuse situations are women who were like stay-at-home moms and the husband was working. I'm not saying that sometimes I always think it's smart to have your own money just in case, but some women just don't have that ability. Some women don't have family or money. So where are they going to go? They don't have the resources to get away from this person because this person has been controlling them financially, mentally, physically. With what money? With what family? With what resources? You guys say go to all these little women rising, all these little domestic violence things. These things are saturated. A lot of the time they don't even have funding. A lot of the time they don't even have the space, or they make you feel even worse than if you just didn't go. And I have experience with that. I tried calling Women Rising here by where I live when I was going through it, and they tried to make me feel like I was trying to get free stuff. Hello, I'm a domestic violence victim. That's why I'm calling. I don't want free stuff. I want to be free from my situation, but thank you, never mind. Sometimes, a lot of the time, you're very trauma bonded to your partner, and this is also a romantic partner. Domestic violence is usually a romantic partner that you have children with, that you've built a life with. Sometimes you get the promise that they're going to change and you want to believe it because you love the person. Why would you not want to believe that the person that you love is going to change for you? Sometimes we're just so wrapped up in the fact that they can be better, that you don't realize that you've said this already 50 times and they're not better. But that doesn't mean that the feeling of like wanting them to change and you believing their promises isn't there. Next is guilt. Remember, a lot of these abusers are mentally ill. A lot of these abusers have problems and they suffer with like mental illness. When you're a partner to somebody and you see that they're you see it as suffering. Everybody else sees them as psychos and abusers, but when you're in it, you see them as a poor, vulnerable, suffering